Day one of engine install.
I can remove 2 of these things.
So we've got our 2 engine beds here. We're in the engine bay. And now's the big moment.
If you guys are going to the Cape Town boat show this weekend, don't forget to stop over at the Vetus booth and say hello and say Sailing Lady Africa sends lots of love. Fortunately we can't be there. It would have been awesome to be there, but we can't because it's my brother's wedding this weekend, so we are jet setting off to Pretoria for that. So if you guys are going, pop by there and say hey. Enjoy the episode. Everyone who's wondering what happened to the tuna Ricky caught, I'm busy defrosting it so we can have dinner tonight.
Why are you defrosting? I thought it was out the whole day.
No, it was out, but it's still a little bit like icy.
Is it?
So I'm just defrosting the last bit. That should be good. And I'm wearing this shirt because the US played England rugby today, but they lost.
How bad was the beating?
Very bad. 45-7.
Ouchie.
Ouchie. But I supported at least.
The rugby's on, and I just had time to rinse off quick, and we're gonna go watch the rugby quickly, and then we're back to finishing our cockpit.
Finishing out, meow.
You gotta have your priorities straight.
Finishing out, meow.
So let's go watch the Bokke. The Bokke gonna win now though.
So we just came back from the rugby game, and the Bokke won against Namibia. This was a very good match, and we're back to work. We are busy doing the aging of our Lazarette lid. Looks pretty damn sweet. Ricky did the aging there, close up the honeycomb, this solid piece of fiberglass. Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, so instead of filling it like I normally do, where I take the honeycomb out and then I fill it, I just I just grinded out the 2 top edges where it adheres to the glass, and I bonded some solid glass onto there, and then that's the front of the lid, so it's upside down at the moment, and I just bonded that piece on. I'll give it a nice fillet afterwards, and I'll put some glass in there, and I'll flip over. We're perfect, done. Nice light lid, very very strong. And we're gonna flow coat the floor and inside the fish hatch, which I like to call it, but it's our Lazarette, and then we'll paint this and texture coat this probably, or non-slip this.
Why didn't we use the heat gun earlier?
When?
In all the previous glassing and stuff we did.
I suppose I've learned some techniques. How to speed up the process.
We were done being patient.
Yeah.
We grinded down any high spots, and then it was time to see if she would fit.
Damn!
Damn, boy! This looks good. It's a nice big hatch.
Then the lip of the Lazarette got bonded in place.
What's up, awesome people? So Simone is getting the coffee going. That's what you hear in the background, and I'm too excited. But anyways, day one of engine install, which means that I need to get the engine beds in, and that means I need to fit these things. That bed is what they call the universal bed for a sail drive, and surprisingly this thing is freaking huge. It doesn't look that big in here, but I mean, that's our big ass water maker pump, and there's the membrane, so it can give you an idea how big it is. So I marked it off there, marked off the distance, how we want to run it, separation, angles, if you can see there. We're going to test fit that first. I need to get that as low as possible so that I can get hull clearance. Otherwise I need to cut a piece of the hull out to make it fit, and I don't want to do that. I need to take that down as much as possible. I've calculated that if I can get that to touch the base of the hull there, we're good. We'll have more than enough clearance. Swinging a 2-blade 1611 prop. So that we're going to trim, fit that stage 1. If we're happy with exactly how that's fitting, then grind everything out. Grind the tab, all of that really well in, even the front here. and then that's stage 1 in. Stage 2 is installing, well, part of altogether kind of thing, is installing that. That's our new tachometer and ignition system for the engines. So we've got 2 of those that need to go in, and then our dual controls, just the handles are off there. These are all Vetus products, and big thanks to Vetus because they supplied all of these units for free.
Since we've came back from Cape Town, there are 2 things that we can remove off our list, which is like Ricky knew I was doing this, so he has to start grinding. Ricky is so excited to get started on this engine and get it done and put it in. The minute we got back, he started working on it. But on the other note is I can remove 2 of these things off the list. So anti-fouling fell off, so I have to put that back on. But we can remove life raft and safety gear, because we managed to get all our flares and all that stuff as well. So we're pretty much good to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more items. So Ricky's been grinding out our new control area where the old engine controls. We are now mounting it from the top, and then we'll close this up with some fiberglass, flare it down, painted white like it's never been there before. What are you doing in there?
So these are the engine bases, and obviously they're kind of like universal. So this one in particular, I think it's from 16 horsepower up to 50 horsepower, so which means they're actually a lot bigger than the ones that we actually need, but they're universal. So it means that obviously they are bigger, and then secondly they are made flat and square, and you need to kind of shape them to the shape of the hole. So I'm doing that tonight because tomorrow morning we're going to start cutting in that, so all the planning and that can be done at night, and then during the day we're just cutting and fitting and a little bit less planning, so kind of get more out of the day. What I'm doing is I take this mark, well, it's actually my spirit level, but I've got a mark over there which is my 90 mils, and that's how much I need to take off on the high spots. And then I hold it like that together, and I drag it while this piece is touching the hole. I drag it like that, and what it does is this follows the contour of the hole. So as it goes down, so does the mark, and it makes a line right across the base, which is mirroring the image of the hole onto this space. So when we cut that, this should technically just go and sit perfectly according to the contour of the hole. For all the ladies out there that are interested in doing yoga, if your husband wants to install 2 new motors, it's a perfect yoga. I've done all kinds of positions and felt muscles that I've never known I had. Oh.
Yes, it looked like you bashed your face against the edge. So we've cleared majority of stuff out the rooms, well, everything that was in the beds. We've got Jerry here today. I don't know if you remember him from previous episodes. He's helped us a lot with fiberglassing. He's here today. He's going to help us grind down these engine beds and fit them in, and just so it goes faster, so we can get them in and get the engines in already, because there's a lot of work still to do around the engine, so the quicker we work, the better. And we got this paper running all around the boat, and we're going to close all the little pull down doors because of all the grinding dust and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a mess, but you got to do what you got to do.
I taped down the gaps between the door and door frames, hoping it would save the dust from going into the cabinets when they were grinding, but it didn't help.
Did you guys remember? There's our old display panel. Yep, that ugly looking thing. And our new display panel. Obviously we're going to have 2 of them. So we cut that one out. We need to blank it in and then cut out the nice recess for that to fit in. And it's going to look so much neater than what it used to be. Cut the top out there to fit the controls, and then I'll grind it down there so that I can close that hole. Controls in there, and then gauges in there. I'd like to have them here, but I've already used that and now I don't want to chop more of that stuff up. So start there and then just monitor it over there.
So dusty.
So here's the outside pod, and as you can see, right over there is the marks where we've got to trim it. Unfortunately, because the back of the holes are so V-shaped, we need to trim it to fit in like that, to get that as low as possible so that we can get our prop clearances right. Bottom of the holes, and I'll show you what I mean about how, see how sharp those lines are? The camera doesn't show what it is, but here's where we're going to come out. We're going to come out here, the leg will be roughly over here. So we've got our 2 engine beds here, and we're just going to cut them and trim, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. We've cut it to shape. There's the cutout, there's the shape that we ran. You can see there's to fit in the hole. We're going to do the fine adjustments in the boat. Taking the gel coat off from the top off. See there's gel coat there. Still need to take off a little bit more there, and we'll bond from here, tab onto the hull. So there's everything grinded up, so all the surfaces that we're bonding onto, all of that's been grinded. The inside here where we're going to bind onto, over there we're going to put bonding paste. Due to the aggressive sharp angle of the hull, I think you can see how hard those chine lines are. We need to add this piece at the base, so we've grinded it down, and now we're just going to fiberglass those together, and then we'll flip it over, fiberglass the other side, so that that loading can go onto the hull, and then we'll tab it in. We're in the engine bay, and now's the big moment. We need to grind all of that flow coat off. So the inner one is the marking where we're going to put the bed on, and the outer one is our tabbing, so we need to grind all of that out, and we're going to leave that inner one in place, so we don't need to take that out, and then just give everything a light grind so we can put a second coat onto there, and then we bend it in, and that's going to be our hole there. So the entire area has been grinded now, and that's where we're going to be bonding to. And I use a 26 grit on the grinder, 26 grit flapper. It's super aggressive. You can actually see the gouging on the glass, and that's to dig deep into the glass so that we can find a good tie bond onto there. And I'll do that whole area. Then we'll bond it in. She only gets bonded on the outside, which is quite sucky. And over there, that's crucial. That's where all the problems leak from that centerpiece. So I might actually have to grind it a little bit more on that one.
If you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe below if you haven't already. And if you'd like to support our production, there are links in the description below on how to do so. Have an awesome week, guys.